What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and happy Halloween. So I'm going to be doing my review for Stanley Kubrick's 1980 version of The Shining, which is based on the Stephen King novel of the same name, and this is a movie I've been wanting to review for a long time. I hadn't actually seen it in quite a while. It's always been one that, for a long time, I always thought was highly overrated. I always liked it but thought it was overrated, and it was never one of my favorites, but I got to rewatch it today for the first time, where I actually got to watch it without any distractions. Something I never thought I would ever be able to do, because just stuff going on in life the last few times I've tried to watch it. But this movie follows the Torrance family, Jack, his wife Wendy, and son Danny, and they go to stay at the Overlook Hotel in the Colorado Rockies, to be Jack is being the caretaker during the off season when there's no business and stuff. They're there to take care of the hotel and keep it cleaned up and everything. And his son has this gift called the Shining, where he has these psychic abilities that make it where he's able to see the hotel's horrific past. And as time goes on, they end up getting snowed in, and Jack starts getting cabin fever, and he's an aspiring writer and recovering alcoholic, and he just starts to lose his mind, and he's having conversations with the old caretaker, which is implied to be a ghost, I think. And as the movie progresses, he starts losing his mind a little more and more, and eventually starts going after his wife and son, wanting to kill them, which is, I think, a curse that's put on the hotel. They don't really specifically go into it, but it's indicated that the hotel is cursed, and because the old owner had killed his wife and kids as well and everything. But he's going after them, and they have to find a way to escape him and get away from the Overlook Hotel. But this is a great movie. Like I said, I used to think it was overrated, but every time I've watched it in recent years, I've always enjoyed it, even though I kept getting distracted and wasn't able to watch it in peace. But tonight I got to watch it in peace for the first time ever, and absolutely loved it. It's a really great movie. I can completely understand now why people love this movie as much as they do. It is a really great movie. It has a really great atmosphere. It's eerie throughout the whole movie from the very beginning when you hear that score, and the score in this movie is just absolutely amazing. It's done by Wendy Carlos and Rachel Elkind, and they both did a really great job with the score in this movie. John Alcott's cinematography is stunningly beautiful. Stanley Kubrick's direction is amazing. He does such a great job with this movie, and the shots and stuff of the inside of the hotel are there's just something eerie about it throughout the whole movie. The hotel itself just has this eeriness to it, and there's a lot of really creepy scenes with ghosts and stuff, especially the two little girls. I've always thought they were kind of creepy and stuff, but rewatching it this time, I realized how creepy they really are and everything. And also, I watched it on Blu-ray today for the first time, and I think that's another reason I enjoyed it. And the other copies I've had just weren't in the best condition, didn't have the best picture and sound, and I was able to enjoy it because of that more too as well. And it's a iconic classic. More than likely you've seen this movie if you're a fan of horror movies, or Stephen King, or Stanley Kubrick, or Jack Nicholson. Any of that, you would be a fan of this movie. And Jack Nicholson is amazing in here, even though he is really over the top, and at times to me he's really hilarious when he's the way he talks and stuff, and you can tell he's having a blast playing this character, and he's off the hinge and awesome in here, and a great job. Probably my favorite performance of his, either this one or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I've always said that this is one of his best performances, though, and he's amazing in here. And the rest of the cast, I think, are really good in here too. Shelley Duvall, I think, is really great as Wendy. I know a lot of people like to make fun of her for her acting and stuff, but she was being tormented and stuff because Stanley Kubrick was a douchebag, and him and Jack Nicholson both like tormented her throughout the movie, and they had to like film the same scene like I think 127 times, which was, I don't know if that's a record or not, but I think it is. And it just pushed her to exhaustion and everything, and it really messed her up in real life too, and everything. And if you've seen her in recent interviews, you can see how bad this movie messed her up and everything. That they really screwed her up, and I don't think that was right and everything. But I will say that I think she gave a great performance, and I think her performance is underrated and everything. And it's tragic the way they got that performance out of her. The kid that plays Danny, I think his actual real name was Danny too, Danny Lloyd. He's pretty good. I actually really liked him too. I thought he's creepy and stuff when he does the red rum voice thing. It's really creepy, and he's really good in here. Scatman Carruthers is Dick Halloran is really good too. He's a really likable character. I think he does a good job in here too. So it's got a really great cast, and you don't really get a lot of kills, but there is a lot of blood in this movie, like the scenes where you see the dead bodies of the victims and stuff. The little girls is so eerie and creepy, and the scene where the blood is going all over the hallways and stuff, just eerie, and the score in there mixed with the images just makes it really eerie and creepy, and it's perfect. And this movie is really entertaining. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. It is a slow burner, but if you're able to watch it without any distractions, it's a lot more fun and stuff, because once you get hooked in it keeps you hooked and everything. And I think that's why I didn't enjoy it as much before, but this time I finally understand why people love this one so much. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite Stephen King movie, because I have read the novel and there are a lot of differences, like a lot. They really changed it around, and it's actually the movie that Stephen King hates the most out of any movie that's been his works, from what I understand. I don't know if that's actually 100% accurate. There might be other ones in recent years that he hates worse, which personally I think Cell should be one of those. That movie was awful. But on its own, I think it's a really great movie, and as a fan of Kubrick, I think he did a really great job with this movie. And I might try to review more of his stuff over the next couple years, because there are other movies of his that he directed that I've always liked. But yeah, this is a great movie. I haven't seen Dr. Sleep yet. I might watch and review that here before too long, because I've just hadn't got around to seeing it. And I might do the 1997 remake miniseries that Stephen King did sometime as well. But all in all, I think that this is a great movie. It's a must-see for horror fans. If you're a fan of horror movies, it's one you definitely need to see. If you're a fan of Stephen King, I'd still say see it, even though he doesn't like it. It's still worth watching, personally. If you're a fan of Kubrick, definitely see it because of him, or just Jack Nicholson. I mean, all of those people mixed together make this movie so great, and it is a really great movie. And so I'd say I'd give The Shining a 10 out of 10. Really, it really is a great movie. And I'm glad that I finally was able to watch it in peace and enjoy it for what it is. And it is a really great horror masterpiece. So, anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of The Shining. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.